Hey, my little focus bees. Welcome back to another episode at the Focus and Flirt Hive. Remember, this is your cozy and fun space to get some things done that maybe have been annoying you, and you need a body double, somebody who can hang out with you while you take care of what you need to take care of, whether it's cleaning your email box or finally putting those clothes away that are sitting on your bed. I hope I can help distract you a little bit with that. All right, so today I'm going to read a story that I saw on Reddit. It was originally posted in Bridezilla's and then ultimately posted in the Best of Redditor updates. I particularly love this subreddit because I love getting updates. Looks like we have a total, I believe, of 2 updates. All right, the title is Coworker Asked Me to be her man of honor. I said no, and she went nuts. What did I miss? All right, this happened yesterday, and I'm still confused. Yesterday was my first day back to work after being off for 2 weeks. This is kind of important. One of my coworkers had gotten engaged the week before I left. When she announced at work, we all did the congratulations and happy for her type of things. I thought it was over. So when I left for vacation, the last I knew, no plans had yet been made. Then yesterday, when I went back to work, my boss, K, and best friend, L, said that coworker, C, was looking for me. I asked what was up, and they weren't sure, but she was carrying a little gift bag. A few minutes later, C found me and asked how my vacation was. I was telling them about it, and she cut me off and said she had a very important question to ask. Oh my goodness. Yep. This is already not off to a good start, is it? Anyways, she handed a little gift bag and asked if I would be her best man of honor for her wedding. I thanked her and told her that typically this would traditionally go to a close female relationship. She responded that there was nothing traditional about her wedding, so it was good. I looked over at L and K, who were both trying to keep from laughing. I again thanked her, congratulated her, and told her that I wasn't interested in being part of her wedding party and that I would be happier being a guest in the audience. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to get a maid or a man of honor for your wedding, wouldn't you want it to be someone that you were close with? I, okay, this is weird. I swear when I said this, it was when we watched, it was when, oh my goodness. Let me turn up the brightness of my computer. I can't even see. I'm literally squinting. Anyways, a few minutes later, oh no, let's see. I swear, when I said this, it was when we watched her entire demeanor change and a switch flipped. She went off saying that I have to be in her wedding and that she doesn't understand why I would say no. I told her that we only knew each other for a short time and I had no interest in trying to plan parties, dinners, and shopping trips. She told me I needed to think about it and she would get back to me later. Oh my God. Oh wow. Okay. I told her go for it, but my answer will still be the same. Delusional much? What? Okay, before we keep going, it's making me think that this was her last ditch effort to try to find someone to be her maid or man of honor. Because this if this is how she's treating somebody who is practically a stranger, can you imagine how she probably treated somebody in that she actually knew? Um, okay. She walked away, and I looked at Kay and Elle and asked what the ever loving, fresh, creepy hell was that? Kay started to laugh and she didn't know. But saying no like I did might have saved me a lot of headaches in the future. Elle made the comment that she went straight to Bridezilla and this was a look into what she was going to be like. Exactly. And a straight into Bridezilla with a stranger. A stranger. Like if you're not getting pictures of someone's vacation sent to your phone, sent to you, then like, are you actually friends enough to ask somebody to do that for you? I, I don't even, is that even Bridezilla? Have we even gotten off the tracks of Bridezilla here? Okay. So, um, let's see. I always lose my place where I am. Okay, so C came back today. However, she went with a different approach and handed me a list of what she wants me to do and her vision for how she sees things. Oh my God. Oh, this is bad. I asked her why she gave me this, and she said that as her man of honor, these were my responsibilities. Oh, the Delulu is beyond with this one. Okay, I told her again that I was not going to do any of this. She started again that she needs me to do this and quote, how much fun it was going to be. I would be so I would be so freaking scared at this point. Like I might even change jobs. Like yeah, that would be enough to make me start looking at least for another job cuz that's creepy AF. So um then she asked, "Haven't you ever wanted to be part of something special?" Oh my God. This is getting worse. I said in the last video that I was going to read a little bit more into these because that first one was so heavy and I wasn't expecting that. But I didn't do that. And because I enjoy, like, getting to, like, read it along with you guys. Because, essentially I'm not, I like it. I like the surprise element that I get. It kind of makes this, like, even more fun to record. So, um, anyways, oh my God, my stomach hurts because like I'm not like laughing out loud because I'm trying to keep this like super calm and like a little bit sensual, like a little fun, flirty, but like my stomach. Oh my God, and I have tears. I have tears. This is so terrifyingly hilarious. Like it's oh, okay. And we have two other updates going to be after this one, so let's finish the first part. All right, let me just make sure. Yeah, it's okay. We're still recording. Okay. All right. So, I told her I was, because she said, "Remember, do you want to be? Don't you? Haven't you ever wanted to be part of something special?" I told her I was. I was a nurse. Enter Kay, who could sense that I needed help. And let's remember, so Kay, I think, is the coworker. I lose track. Boss is Kay, and his best friend is L. Okay, so Kay, the boss. Enter Kay, who could sense that I needed help, and told C that one of her patients needed her help. I told Kay that if this keeps up, I might need her help. She said she was already watching and would intervene if I needed it. If? Mm. What did I miss? We aren't even that close. She just transferred down to my unit from a different unit 6 months ago. I had no idea who she was until that point. Elle is saying that she is, excuse me, Elle is saying that she is close in age to me and she might feel that to be enough of a connection. Did I miss something? When we are asked, are we supposed to automatically gush and jump up and down in excitement? Why is saying no a bad thing? Okay, so yeah, let's talk about that because no is a complete sentence. Okay. You can ask why if you want, politely, of course. Is there a reason why you said no? Something like that. Get the person's feedback, respond to said feedback, and then move on. It's not your job to try to convince the person once they said no, but you can inquire and try to address some concerns if there's some, but like not to the thing of like trying to push them to do it, but just try to, anyways. So here we go. We've got update one. All right. This was a day later. Hey everyone. First, I apologize. I never thought this was going to go as crazy as it did. I want all of you to know I read all of your responses and responded to as many I was able to. Thank you all for your amazing insights and comments. Many that made me laugh, which I needed. I have been sick and that really helped to cheer me up. I had to meet with my lawyer today regarding family issues. My neighbor, best friend, coworker, Elle, took me. I really felt awful and driving wasn't a good idea. We were talking about this on the way and we both were asking a lot of the same questions that all of you were asking. The big one was that we were asking about the circumstances of her transfer. Oh, okay. She went from, the plot, it is thickening, it seems. She went from med surge 4W to the ER. That is a huge change. I have to work tomorrow, so we will see what happens. But Elle and I are going to ask Kay about the transfer and raise a couple of other concerns. After I got home from the meeting with my lawyer, I slept for the rest of the day. Many of you asked about if C and I were hanging outside of work. So yeah, like what kind of relationship, if any, did they have outside of work? The answer is no. I really don't know anything about her. I helped her a few times with patients and different things, but our relationship is 100% purely work related. That was why I was so surprised that she asked me to do this. That is why I was surprised that she asked me about being the man of honor. I have a very small friend base, and in all honesty, I like to keep it that way. I really have no interest in being part of this. I'm not a wedding person. After reading so many Bridezilla stories and hearing about over-the-top weddings, they have become a huge turnoff. All right. I had to do a little bit of an edit thing real quick. Okay, so, let's see. Kind of lost track of where I stopped, as usual. I think this is going to be a recurring theme with me, so I hope it doesn't bother you too much. Okay, so many of you asked about if C and I hang out outside of work. The answer is no. I really don't know anything about her. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. Weddings have been a big turnoff because of over-the-top weddings and people spending tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars with insane and unrealistic demands that, end up turning people against each other. Why? I would rather use that money and spend that planning my next trip or a vacation. Personally, yeah, I'm Yeah, everybody's different about what, of course, they want to spend their money on. There's nothing wrong with that. I definitely prefer to spend it on something else. That's just me. Many people said that I was being used as a token or prop in the wedding, or a gay best friend. I never really thought about it. I admit that I'm out and proud, but I'm not going to just pretend to be someone's friend just so they can fulfill some kind of fetish they have for wanting to have a gay best friend, or some kind of status she feels the need to fulfill. Yeah, it is kind of giving main character, I don't know, possible romantic comedy type of energy to it. But it takes me a lot to get offended. But if this were actually the case, then I would really be rather offended. I was not put on the face of the earth to be someone's play toy. A lot of people have said that maybe she doesn't have a boyfriend. She does. She has brought him in before. If she has any insecurity, I don't understand. She's attractive, smart, and knows her stuff. So I'm at a loss as to why she is acting like this. A lot of people say to go to HR. I'm starting that process with my boss, Kay. She is completely aware of the situation being with us when all of this happened. She has told me that she is watching the situation and will jump in if I need her to. I trust her completely. While Kay and HR can control the situation from the hospital, they can't control the situation from a personal level if she were to maybe follow me home or a situation like that. So I think that covers it all. I wish I could say this is over, but most likely there is more to come. We'll be updating, something like that. Set your update me, because it was like, I don't know. I don't know if it got copied and pasted, because it's copied and pasted from one platform to another. So anyways, that's how it ends. All right. So I'm going to put the link for this in the description. So if anybody wants to read it, they can. All right, here we go. Oh, someone had commented, I wonder if all her friends said no, or if she doesn't have any, or her fiance has a best woman and she feels threatened by that. Oh, a best woman. Oh, that would be interesting. But if she's threatened to the point where she's harassing someone like that, first of all, being threatened, one, two, and then harassing somebody, that dude needs to run. Update 2. This is, I think, going to be our last update. So let's see what this holds. Hopefully there's a satisfying ending. All right. Yeah, one does like a satisfying ending, right? Yeah. Anyways, I keep forgetting to thank my boyfriend. He has been with me on this, but more in the background. First, when we were laughing about it, but when everything Thursday happened, he was there as well. Elle was able to get him away from his unit for a little bit for the "it will be okay" boyfriend hug. He stayed the night with me a couple nights as well, also helping with me being sick. So yeah, I'm very lucky to have such a great support. This intro is going to be long, but I'm telling you about this for a reason. Later in this update, it will make sense. I'm hoping this will be done and this will be the last of the whole situation. I was born into a family where I was referred to as an issue that needed to be dealt with. I lived in the shadows of my sister, who was the child my parents wanted. They wanted one child, which was a girl. That way dad had his daddy's girl, and mom had mommy's little princess. Then I came along. Keep in mind that I'm 23, so back then my parents had options but chose to not use any of those options. So instead, my parents raised my sister, and I was raised by a nanny who, even to this day, is one of the biggest influences in my life, and I am so grateful for her. She helped me with so much. I finally realized that all these years later, that by being referred to as, quote, an issue that needed to be dealt with, that they stripped me of my humanity and individuality and self-worth as a person. I think that's why I have worked so hard to establish myself in my career and in my life as a way to become a person again and not just be that issue that needed to be dealt with. Okay, looks like we got smacked again with something kind of heavy there. Oh gosh. Okay, poor thing. All right. Okay, so this past Thursday, things came to a head with Bridezilla, known as C, and the truth came out. My best friend L has been sticking close to me when we worked together if C was to start something. We weren't sure if she was going to leave it alone or start up again. I was really hoping that it was done, but she had to try once again. I've been sick and I had a busy morning, so I really just wanted a few minutes to go to the bathroom, grab a quick snack, and maybe breathe. So this update was 2 days later. So yeah, this is all within a few days. So, okay. Let's see. Okay. C came up and had her list. This woman in her freaking list, and asked if I had a few minutes to talk about the wedding planning. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That dude who's marrying her needs to run as fast as he can. I looked at her and told her again, no, that I was not interested in being part of her wedding and that I was not going to help in any way, and she needed to drop the subject and leave me alone. Again, she went into the whole thing of how I was going to do this and how much fun it was going to be. Here we go with that line, all you loved the first time. Why in the ever-loving, fresh, creepy hell is it so important for me to be your man of honor? I'm not interested and I'm not doing it. It is as exactly as pretty much all of you told me it would be. She was just planning on using me as a token or a play toy. She took all of the fucked up gay stereotypes that are out in society and put them into one sentence. What modern liberal woman isn't going to have a gay bestie on her arm for special events? Oh, that's bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. I felt everything in my stomach move, and a wave of nausea came over me, and I felt like I couldn't get to the bathroom fast enough. This pissed Elle off to no end. Elle is really kind of like the overprotective sister that I wish I would have had, and took C off to visit our boss K and laid it all out. Everything that was said. While I wasn't in the bathroom on that conversation, Elle and K filled me in on what was said. K came to check on me and I was still hiding in the bathroom. She knocked on the door and asked if she could come in. I asked her for a bottle of water first. While I was waiting, I realized two things. I realized why I chose to not hang out with her and why I didn't like her. I couldn't figure out why I didn't like her, just that there was something that gave me the heebie-jeebies. I love that word, heebie-jeebies. By the way, I do use that a lot. I'll say like the jeebie-heebies, the heebity-jeebities. Yeah, I'll make variations of that. But I realized that I did. Okay, this is kind of serious. All right, but I realized that I didn't like her because she's different. She's a different version of my sister. While C is educated and employed, she doesn't care about other people and their feelings. She is like my sister, and in the sense that if she wants something bad enough, she will figure out how to get it. The second thing I realized was that she did exactly what my parents did to me. She completely dehumanized me and reduced me to an entity. She kind of turned me into a token or a thing for her. I think the word that best describes it is I must be a play toy. What really gets me is that she's just like my sister. C doesn't think she did anything wrong, and I'm being too sensitive and a delicate snowflake. Oh my gosh. The next day, an emergency meeting was held at work, and C is being suspended and pending investigation, and a new transfer is being looked into. K made the request for her to be terminated. The director of emergency nursing said this was the last resort, but she was going to be looking into options, which could be sending her to a new hospital or facility. This didn't go over well with me. I asked what would happen if she did the exact same thing to someone different. She didn't really give me an answer, but she said she still needs to look into a few things, and at that point, she is suspended. Anyways, here it is. I'm still pretty sick and had to work this weekend. If I can, I'll respond. I want to thank everyone for all the amazing support. I'm going to go back to my lawyer to see if he can figure out how to send her a cease and desist letter to make sure she doesn't contact me. I'm heading to bed. Have a good night. Wow. Wow. So, yeah, if she's been moved before, I see this last comment here. If she's been moved before, then it's definitely, this is not an isolated incident. No, something is wrong with her. And that was just such a gross comment for her to make, and it's so performative and so icky. So yeah, good. Yeah, she definitely needs to be terminated. My guess is that they won't, because there is such a shortage of people that need to be in this position. But yeah, anyways, I don't like her, and definitely hope that yeah. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm not reading the stories, and like part of me thinks maybe I need to read the stories at a time. So um if anybody has any comments they want to make, or requests or suggestions, please, I'm all ears. Definitely brand new to this. I'm not even sure anybody's going to really see this yet. I'm just starting. But it's the obligatory, please, like and subscribe. I hope I was able to help you get something done today. I know what it's like to just have things sitting there and just staring at you, and feeling guilty and bad. And please don't feel guilty and bad. You have nothing to feel guilty and bad over. I mean, the world is on fire. Your laundry on the bed doesn't make you a bad person. Okay. So I will have to figure out some sort of closing phrase, or some little comments at the end. Bear with me, I'm still figuring this out. Yeah. All right, well, take care, and I hope you join me again on the next episode. Okay, take care. Bye, my little bees.